Starting pitcher for this evening for the SeaWolves, number 23,
Well, hello, Fightin' Phils fans. After 2.5 hours of waiting, we will bring you baseball here at UPMC Park. But first, we're going to start off with the national anthem down on the field.
Performing today's national anthem is Peter Frank. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, that signifies the start of baseball here in Erie. We had a rain delay last night that occurred after the game started, but tonight we didn't even get the first pitch in before the tarp came back on the field after all day of rain. It seems like we'll be good to get the game in starting right now with first pitch coming shortly here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Victor Santos will have his second debut here in Double-A. First game back in baseball town. 1-0 in starts for the team. He didn't get the decision. Spent the beginning of the season in High A very successful there. Left Jersey Shore with a 1.33 ERA. And his highest outing, 4 innings of work. Now, any game that begins after 9 p.m. is going to be a 7-inning contest as per the PDL, which the players agreed to, as did the higher-ups in baseball. So this will be a 7-inning contest. So if Santos can get through 4, that's over half the game. That would be a pretty successful start here for the Fightins. Hopefully they can give him some run support. A last-minute pitching change for the SeaWolves. A.J. Ladwig will come out onto the mound. This is our second time seeing Ladwig, as he was with the team back in game number 4 of the entire season. There he went 4 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs. He also struck out 7 Fightins batters, and they took that contest. Tonight he'll face off against the typical top 4, Brito, Stott, Bonifacio, and Stokes. Ladwig currently 3-2 with a 4.45 ERA. His last start against Akron on the 26th. He's been hovering around 4 or 5 outings. He's been roughed up a past few times, although they have left him in for a full 5. But we'll see how he goes to face the Fightins tonight. He'll start off with Daniel Brito. Here's the first offering. Brito fouls it back into the net. Lipsius over at third is standing on the infield grass. The rest of the infield is back deep with Kreidler at short, Valente at second, and Torkelson over at first. A little bit of a change in the outfield with Policelli in left, and then Green and Carpenter center and right. Rosoff behind the plate. That'll be our first time seeing him behind the dish. No balls, 2 strikes here to Brito. He fouls it back and stays alive. Daniel Brito yesterday with an impressive 3-hit day, just a home run shy of the cycle. And he also had a run scored. He leads the teams in runs scored, 26, and that is because he's so successful at getting on base. That usually one of the guys following him can bring him home. A team high 56 hits, which is good for number 4 in the league. He sends this one foul up in the stands. And there are 3 hits that separate number 2 through 4 in the league. So he's pretty high up there in consistency for the Fightin' Phils. Ladwig comes home. This one's in the dirt. That's the first ball. Lights are on here at UPMC Ballpark. And the sun has completely set. Just a little bit of light out in left field. It's a cloudy night here at the ballpark. But they do plan on shooting some post-game fireworks. This one inside. Brito holds off. It's 2-2. The weather settling down a little bit, cooling off than it's been in the 90s the past few days. 64 degrees tonight. Not chilly, but comfortable. Brito sends this one into left center, but it's going to be Policelli who comes in and makes the grab for out number 1 here in the top of the first. Here's Bryson Stott. Stott had the day off yesterday, and he'll return to work here today. Wind at just 6 miles per hour. If anything, it's coming in from left, but that flag in center barely swaying in the wind. And the first pitch coming in officially at 9:15. Ladwig offers just outside. Stott setting up in that lefty batter's box. Starter kicks and fires home, same spot outside. Now you have to wonder if all that sitting around did anything for some of these guys who warmed up for the game hours ago. It was bright and sunny around 6 o'clock when the guys were out in the outfield. Kind of a show and go game for both teams either way. Nobody took BP today. Stott connects. It goes high in the sky. It's going to stay in the infield. Lipsius, Kreidler's calling him off just a few steps into the outfield. And there's 2 away. But then they had to go back to the clubhouse and sit for almost 2.5 hours waiting to start this game. Of course, the pitchers never started warming up, so that allowed both starters to get in their spots tonight. And both of these teams playing in Pennsylvania kind of used to the rain at this point. Here's Jorge Bonifacio, the first righty that Ladwig will face. He sends one foul and well outside of the park. It's 0-1. The next 2 days, however, are supposed to be bright and sunny here in Erie, Pennsylvania. So hopefully those will go off without a hitch as the holiday weekend really comes in full force. Bonifacio setting up in the back part of the box. Ladwig kicks and fires home. This one into deep right field. Going back is Carpenter at the warning track. He makes the grab for out number 3. Hard hit balls by the Fightins, but nothing drops. And that'll be a 3 down inning for the Erie SeaWolves as we head into the bottom of the first.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Leading off for the SeaWolves center fielder, Riley Green.
Well, here we go into the bottom of the first inning. The Fightins were sat down in the top half, and Victor Santos comes out for his second Double-A start. Now, the team got the win in his first. He was a no decision. And the first ball by Green is going to drop into left. Steven gets it and throws it back. It's a base hit to start things off for the prospect of the Tigers. Here's Ryan Kreidler. Now, Green yesterday stole 2 bases, so I would not be surprised if he takes off here almost immediately. He's number 4 in the league in stolen bases with 10 on the season, 2 of them coming last night. And Santos knows what's up because he goes for the pickoff attempt over at first. Calling the balls and strikes tonight, Jonathan Biarretta with Don Goler at third and Kelvis Velez over at first base. Here's the offering. It's a called strike. Backing up Santos, Stevens, Gamboa, and Bonifacio left to right in the outfield. And the typical infield going back to it since yesterday with Tatum and Stokes, the corner infielders, and of course Stott and Brito standing off in the middle. Everyone ready for the pitch here. 0-1 is fouled back, Santos getting ahead.
That foul ball was brought to you by Parnell's Auto Glass.
Santos made his Double-A debut back on the 25th. Gave up 3 hits and just 1 earned run in 4 innings of work. He turns his body around to look at Green. And here's the pitch to Rodolfo Duran. It's a called strike 3 as Kreidler is sent back to the dugout looking for out number 1 here. And Spencer Torkelson heading up to bat.
First baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
I've heard nothing but good things from everyone who's worked with Spencer Torkelson. You know, sometimes when you get a first-round pick, you always wonder what they're going to be like. But from a friend who worked at ASU with him in college, and the Erie people here say he's a very, very good kid, very easy to work with, easy to talk to, always excited. And I find the same to be true with Bryson Stott. Always pleasant and friendly, chatting it up with everybody. Torkelson takes 2 balls outside. But Torkelson drafted in 2020, so this is his first professional season. And stellar here as he got the call up to Double-A just a little bit ago. He fouls the pitch back. Batted .312 in High A in 31 games. Santos, glove at the head, behind his head actually. Now he'll set up at the waist, coming home. The 2-1 is fouled back, and he evens it 2-2. I'm surprised at the number of fans that are left here at the ballpark, considering they had to wait for 2 hours plus. But there's a lot of people left. There is post-game fireworks, so definitely don't want to miss out on that in a holiday weekend. And lots of big groups here at the park. There's a birthday party in the booth next to us. And this one, slow roller up to Tatum. They'll just go across the diamond for one, and they make the grab as Green shifts to second, but that's out number 2 for the Fightins here in the bottom of the first. Here's Dylan Dingler, who's the designated hitter tonight. Dingler having a pretty solid series. Yesterday, recorded 2 hits, and Duran coming out to talk to Santos. Must have observed something and just passed it along quickly as he'd already heading back behind the plate. Santos trying to dig in a little bit out the mound. Now he grabs the rosin bag and sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Daniel Brito holding on Green a little bit at second. Now he backs up. The pitch upstairs. Looking back is Santos. Instead, he'll come home. This one, a called strike right down the middle. It's 1-1. The SeaWolves let things off with a base hit. And since then, retired 2. Santos trying to get the final out here in the first to keep it scoreless. Once again, looking back at Green. Now he comes home. Just misses. Thanks for tuning in. We might have a long night ahead of us, but I appreciate your support here. And this one set deep to left field. Steven going over. He's camping under it, and he'll make the grab to retire the side as no runs come across for the SeaWolves. That'll be it to end the first.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Well, here we are in the top of the second. Scoreless first for both teams, although the SeaWolves did record a hit. And Madison Stokes is going to lead us off. Back over at first tonight, and he'll take a first pitch strike. Ladwig, a product of Wichita State, which might sound familiar to you guys. If you're a Fightins fan, then you know that Alec Bohm went there. This one, a soft grounder to short across the diamond, and it is just before Madison Stokes gets there. He really hustled down the first baseline, but the throw beats him in, and there is one away. Now, the two did not play together at Wichita State, as Ladwig only went till his junior year, and then Bohm started the following year. So if he played his senior season, they would have had time together, but they didn't. Ladwig was there majoring in sport management, which I feel like is a pretty common major for players. Here's the pitch to Josh Stephen. It's fouled back. Stephen had a impressive 3-hit day yesterday, one of only 2 Fightins to have multi-hit games, including, of course, Daniel Brito. And he had a double that scored 2 and 2 singles. He also had a really impressive defensive play as he threw a runner out all the way from left field, and he takes a pitch upstairs, but it's a called strike. 0-2. Ladwig consistently hitting about 90 on the gun. And Stephen pops it foul. In college, Ladwig started out as a reliever mainly, and then transitioned half starter, half reliever, and then finally just became a starter, which is working out pretty well for him now. Been decent in Double-A this season, and Steven looks like he breaks his bat. He gets it over the head of Valente at second, and he'll have a base hit tonight. Fightins with a runner on and just an out. Exciting news for the big club as the Philadelphia Phillies just walked it off in the bottom of the 10th. A big win for them over the Padres. Pretty good team. 4-3 the final score. Brad Miller doubled in Andrew McCutchen, and they won 4-3. The 0-2 now to McCarthy Tatum outside. And we'll check in with some of the other affiliates. I know Lehigh Valley had a doubleheader today, so we'll have to check in on that for you guys. I believe some other affiliates did as well. A lot of people on the Northeast were rained out yesterday. We were just one of 3 games to play yesterday in the Double-A Northeast. Pickoff attempt coming over. And here's the offering to Tatum. He chases one downstairs, and it is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Josh Stephen over at first. He's taken a couple steps off the base path. And another pickoff attempt. He slides in. Ladwig 3 wins on the season, 2 losses recorded with a 4.45 ERA. In his last outing, he went 5 innings of work, gave up 6 hits and 2 earned runs. Tatum holds off outside. Big gap for Tatum if he can poke it between first and second, as Torkelson is over at first base tonight. He is holding on Steven, but Tatum strikes out swinging, so that's out number 1. We see a big switch as Torkelson's playing on first tonight. He played first in college, actually, for the most part, and then ended up being drafted as a third baseman, seen most of his time over there in the Tigers organization, but is now getting the start at first today. And it's fouled back into the netting. Covering third then, Andre Lipsius. And Kreidler still at short with Valente over at second. Rodolfo Duran up at the plate now with 2 outs and a runner on first. We're scoreless here in the top of the second. And Ladwig goes over again to Josh Steven, who really is just 2 steps off of first. Duran with an open stance, chases a fastball upstairs. 90 on the radar gun from Ladwig, 0-2. Ladwig getting the sign from Rosoff behind the plate. Now he'll kick and deliver. It's upstairs. Duran holds off. Valente covering almost behind the bag at second. Duran with just 11 hits on the season was out a pretty long time with a hamstring injury, coming back in the Harrisburg series. And he fouls one back. It'll stay 1-2. Game number 1, the Iron Pigs fell to the Bisons 5-2. That was a 7-inning contest, and they're trailing 4-1 right now in game 2 of the doubleheader. And Duran sends this one to center field, but Riley Green there to make the catch coming in, and that's out number 3. The Fightins will strand a runner on first, and it'll be scoreless as we go into the bottom of the second.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phils players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Leading off the bottom of the second from SeaWolves, third baseman, Andre Lipsius.
Here we are in the bottom of the second inning at UPMC Park. And we are going to start things off as Santos comes back on the mound, allowed 1 hit in the first, but got out of it pretty cleanly. The first pitch by Lipsy is sent deep to left field, going back at the wall. It's going to bounce off the wall. Steven fields it on the warning track and sends it in. A stand-up double from Lipsius to start things off here in the bottom of the second. And so Erie will have a runner in scoring position now with nobody out for Kerry Carpenter. Infield's going to shift on the lefty Carpenter as Stott travels just to the right of second. And the infield comes in a little bit, wanting to get the ground ball if they can. Will be in a tough spot for a double play with a runner on second. Stott trying to distract Lipsius at second. Santos doesn't seem too concerned, as he'll come home with the 1-0 to Carpenter and get a called strike. Jersey Shore leading Hudson Valley 6-2 tonight, and I do believe check in with Clearwater as well. This ball grounded to Daniel Brito. An easy pass over to first. It'll be one away, but Lipsius shifting to third. I do believe Mick Abel was getting the start. He is the Phillies' top prospect over there in Clearwater. And so I'll have to get you the stats on how his start went. He's been pretty successful. In low A. Young guy, his first professional season. And lofted high by Valente. Coming in is Brito, and he makes the catch right behind second. And a good out there for Santos as he gets a pat on the back from Duran. That'll keep Lipsius from able to move anywhere, and it'll be 2 outs now for Policelli. The Threshers won that game 5-3. And they also won the other game of the doubleheader 4-2 over the St. Lucie Mets. This one grounded back to Santos. He can't get it. Nobody covering. And I do not know what happened there as a run scored for the SeaWolves. And they take a 1-0 lead as Policelli reaches first. What happened was that Santos bobbled the ball on the mound, and then Stokes came in to try to help him with it, and then nobody was on first for the ball to go to, so Santos tried to cover first, but he was not in time, and I'm going to guess perhaps a fielding error on the pitcher. And nope, it's just going to go in as a single. So that is a single from Policelli, so he'll get an RBI to score Lipsius, and the SeaWolves take a 1-0 lead now with 2 outs. Santos drives one home to Rosoff. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here's the catcher. He's batting 181 on the season, a swinging strike, and it's 1-1. Santos leaning over, getting the sign from Duran, who pops around behind the plate, a little bit on the outside corner. Instead, Santos going back to first. The tag from Stokes, just too late. One ball, 1 strike now. We'll see if Santos comes home this time. And he does. It's chased from Rosoff, 1-2. Low to mid-90s here from Santos as he touched 92 right there. Actually turned out to be a pretty nice night at the ballpark considering everything we went to get here. Certainly not a hot July night, only low 60s, but pleasant nonetheless. And Santos looking down, restructuring his right foot on the rubber. And he's a strike away from getting out of this half inning. Just 1 run of damage. Here's the 1-2. This one sent left. It's going to go foul and into the stands as Rosoff stays with it. Don't forget that this is just a 7-inning contest tonight since the game began after 9 p.m. So a little less room to work with for everybody as Rosoff late to swing, and he'll strike out. But the SeaWolves do plate a run off the bat of Policelli to score Lipsius. It is 1-0 heading into the third.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Leading off the field, designated hitter, Luke Miller.
Well, into the third we go. The SeaWolves have a 1-run lead, and it's Luke Miller who's going to start things off. Takes a ball outside. Fightin's no runs on 1 hit. The SeaWolves run 1 run on 3 hits. No errors in the field by anyone. And Miller swings late. It is 1-1. Chases another pitch. It's 1-2. And I promised myself I was going to look this up today after days of wondering what it stood for. UPMC, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. And I saw the signs for it when we were out in Harrisburg. And it took me all this time to look it up. University of Pittsburgh Medical Center Park. It's all over the place here in Erie. And here's the 2-2 to Miller outside. It's a full count. A really big hospital with a lot of affiliated sites throughout Pennsylvania, but mostly on this side of the state. And Miller ends up walking down to first, and he holds off on a pitch downstairs. That will be a runner on first with nobody out for Archimedes Gamboa, who also has pretty solid patience at the plate. He's 9th in the league in walks. He was up there earlier, hovering in the number 1 or 2 spot, but has since fallen a little bit. And here's the offering from Ladwig. It's upstairs. The bugs starting to come out here in Erie. I can see them hovering around the giant stadium lights. Some coming down towards the field, but it doesn't seem too bad like it was in Harrisburg. The pitch is outside. Did they sit on you when you were in the stands? I was talking to our video guy, Thomas, who sitting in the press box with me. He was in the stands the other day, and he said they attacked him in the stands. So not my favorite thing in the world. As Gamboa fouls one back, it is 2-1. Luckily, we really don't have too much of a problem with that in Reading. What we do have is the spotted lanternfly, who I feel like haven't been out in full force like they've been in the past, but our operations guy was doing some weeding out behind the outfield wall the other day, and he said he ran into so many spotted lanternfly nests. I actually don't know what they're called. I will Google that. I think there's a name for it. But anyways, the Fightins will celebrate their annual Fightin' the Spotted Lanternfly night coming up in the next homestand. I want to say it is July 13th, and we have a cup giveaway that night. Gamboa slices one up the line. It bounces fair all the way to the wall. Tracking it is Policelli. Coming to third and sliding in is Miller, and a stand-up double from Gamboa puts two runners in scoring position and nobody out. And man, he placed that perfectly. I would say just about a foot in from that third base line. And that is his fifth double on the season. And now they'll have a meeting at the mound. As just the catcher comes in, nobody else. I guess there really isn't an actual name for the nest. Spotted lanternfly nest is what I'm going to go with. Anyways, you can get that cup giveaway. It's part of the America's Classic Ballpark 70th Anniversary Series. There's two cups in the series, one on the 13th, one on the 14th, as this one is lifted by Brito up into the stands. And it's 0-1. The first one is paying homage to the ballpark back in 1950. It's a black and white picture. Actually, you know what? I think the first one is the updated renovation with the spotted lanternfly on the back. And then the second one is the 1950 stadium in black and white. That's part of the Italian Heritage Night, so I think it has a flag on the back as Brito chases a pitch in the dirt. It's 0-2. So that's pretty exciting giveaways the next coming homestands. And while we don't have these mayflies or moths or whatever they are out, you might see a spotted lanternfly or two, completely harmless, but they do hurt trees. So according to the locals, you should crush them. But they jump, so it could be tough. Anyways, back to the game. 0-2 now. Brito trying to score a runner on third. He holds off on a pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The infield in for Erie. They're trying to prevent a run rather than get anyone on the base pass. Everybody touching that infield grass edge. And, of course, Luke Miller on third, Gamboa on second. Sean Williams in that third base coach's box, ready to wave the runners around as the Fightins down by just a run here in the shortened game. Ladwig called time and stepped off. Now he's back on the rubber. Here's the 1-2 outside, and it's 2-2. Of course, first base is open, and obviously not ideal for Ladwig to put a runner on there, but Fightin's in a good spot in their order. They're in the top with Brito and then Stott and Bonifacio. Ladwig kicks and fires. Brito sending this one deep to right field, going back. Carpenter at the wall, and he's not able to catch it. I think he lost it in the light. Coming home is Miller, and staying at second or third is Gamboa. A stand-up double for Brito, and it was tough there. The runners had to wait because they didn't know if it would get caught. and it wasn't caught, so nobody out, and the Fightins have tied this ball game at 1. Tough play there for Carpenter. I really do think he just lost it in the light because it landed maybe 2 or 3 feet to his left on the wall. Playable, but not ideal. And Brito with an RBI scores Miller. We're tied at 1 here, but the Fightins have 2 runners in scoring position now, and Bryson Stott at the plate with nobody out. Some solid bats coming up here with runners in scoring position. Stott holds off on a pitch outside. It is a called strike. Bryson batting .333 with runners in scoring position. The Fightins would love to take a lead right now as this game is only 7 innings. And Santos looks pretty solid. They're going to work into the starter Ladwig either way in this half inning as Stott holds off outside. Infield still in. Bonifacio on deck. Here's the 1-1 to Stott. He chases it, fouls it back into the SeaWolves dugout, and it's 1-2. Gamboa on third, Brito on second, back-to-back doubles from the Fightins. And here's the offering home. Stott kind of chases it. The pitcher will field it, hold it, and throw it over to first, so nobody can advance, and there's an out as Stott sent back to the dugout. 1 away now for Jorge Bonifacio.
The right fielder and the call striking out of the game, Jorge Bonifacio.
Bonifacio flew out to right in his first at-bat. That was sent pretty deep, but it landed in the warning track. And there's just 1 away now for Reading here as it's a tie ball game. Ladwig comes home, pitches outside. Jorge holds off. Been hot as of late, 8 doubles, 10 home runs, and he leads the team in runs batted in with 32. Batting .375 with runners in scoring position, and that's why he's in the top part of the lineup. Here's the offering, it's low, 2-0. Once again, they still do have first open, but then they'd have to face Madison Stokes with the bases loaded and just 1 away. Here's the offering. Bonifacio behind, 2-1. Brito is always chatting with everybody out there. Velez covering at second base. He's having a conversation with him as he backs off a second. Got a sizable lead going. No one's covering him. Obviously can't go anywhere without Gamboa. Here's the 2-1, and it is outside. It's 3-1 now. Fightin's in a good spot here to score and take the lead over from Erie. They dropped last night's contest, so the series is SeaWolves 2, Fightin's 1. In this road trip, and there's a called strike. Bonifacio thought he was walking down to first, and Biarretta says, nope, you'll have to go again. And now it's a full count here to the righty batter. Runners on second and third now with just an out. Ladwig, the payoff pitch, it's chased by Bonifacio, and he goes down swinging. And that is out number 2 for Reading for Madison Stokes. And so with 2 outs, the infield is going to back up now. Only need 1 more to get out of this half with not a lot of damage. The score is tied at 1. And the Fightins have 2 runners in scoring position now. Stokes takes a called strike. Grounded out to short. His first time up. Yesterday had a base hit. 1 for 4 day. Here's the 0-1. And it's just low. If we get to him, it'll be Josh Steven who's up next. The 1-1 now. It's low for a called strike, and Ladwig just a strike away from getting out of this half. Starter now up to 57 pitches. Here in the top of the 3rd inning, the exact same line for both teams. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors in the field. They just did it in different innings. And these series have been a battle by both teams. I've honestly have to say that the last few games have been very competitive either way. And it's upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes now with 2 outs and 2 runners on. The score is tied at 1. There are some fireworks going on outside of the ballpark. There will be actual post-game fireworks tonight here in Erie for the holiday weekend as well. Here's the 2-2. Stokes leans for it, makes a little bit of contact, and fouls it back into the netting behind home plate. He'll stay alive. No transactions for Reading today, although the Philadelphia Phillies have brought back Austin Listy from the temporary inactive list. And a full count here to Madison Stokes. 2 runners on, there's 2 outs, and it's a full count. Stokes in the righty batter's box, and the right-handed starter with the payoff pitch. Stokes chases, and it fouls it back. We'll have to do it again. Gamboa on 3rd, Brito on 2nd. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. The Fightins threatening. They've already scored 1 and tied this ball game up. And Ladwig needs time. Steps off the rubber, grabs the rosin bag, adjusts his cap. I'll be honest, he seems a little frazzled out there right now. Taking a lot of time, stepping out. And maybe he's trying to throw off Stokes. The payoff pitch again. And it's a called strike 3. And Madison Stokes knew it as he slowly walks back into the dugout. The Fightins do manage to score 1 run. And the game is all knotted up here as we head into the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Well, Riley Green is going to start off here in the bottom of the third. The Fightins tied it up at 1. And Santos deals. It is low. Now, it took Ladwig 62 pitches to get out of 3. So the Fightins really ate into the starter. And Green sends one to left, coming over Steven, and he catches it below the knees for an out in left. That was a really nice play by Steven on the run, tracking it over. And he makes the grab, and if that had dropped, it most certainly would have rolled behind him for extra bases, but a great way to start off the inning for Santos. 1 out here for Kreidler. Sends it right into the glove of McCarthy Tatum, who drops to his knees. He doesn't even have to move a heartbeat. And wow, 2 quick outs. Perfectly placed by the Fightins defense. And I have to say, I think that is what has kept them in the games these past few times. It's just really, really solid play out on the field, backing up their pitcher and keeping them from giving up unnecessary runs. So there's 2 away now for Torkelson off of 2 hard-hit liners. And when you throw hard, usually hard contact is made. First, a strike into Torkelson. Santos steals. Just too low. And this one, a diving Madison Stokes comes up with it over to Santos, and a quick and easy half inning for the Fightins as it takes Santos just 7 pitches to get through this half inning of work, and it'll remain tied at 3 as we enter the 4th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Left fielder, Josh Stevens.
So, after an immaculate inning, in the bottom of the third. Not one of those immaculate innings, but pretty stellar nonetheless. The Fightins are back up to bat here in the top of the fourth. And we're still tied at 1 run and 3 hits apiece. It is going to be Josh Steven who starts things off. Steven 1 for 1 today. And he steps out of the box. Ladwig working very slowly right now. And although this game is exactly the same on either side, these two starters having a completely different time. Ladwig 60 pitches, Santos half that with just 30. And so with this just being a 7-inning contest, we'll see how that works out for either team. Ladwig comes home. Steven pokes this one up the third baseline, but it's foul. And man, oh man, inches away from extra bases he was. Do see some light stretching going on in the Fightin's bullpen, though. Nobody throwing as of yet. And here's the 0-2 now to Steven. It's in the dirt. He holds off. The center fielder, Green, shifted to the left of the outfield. So Steven has pretty sizable gap between center and right. And here's the 1-2 pitch. He chases in the dirt, and that's out number 1 as Steven strikes out swinging. That is the third straight strikeout for Ladwig and his 4th in the contest. Santos just recording 2. He's not really a strikeout guy. His highest is 5 total. Here's McCarthy Tatum, who made a stellar grabbing play at third in the last half inning. Tatum chases a pitch. It's 0-2. Ladwig's velocity dropping just a little bit as he works deep into his pitch count. It's upstairs, 1-2. Still a solid amount of people in the ballpark here at UPMC. And Tatum sends this one high in the sky. I think it's going to remain in the field of play, coming over the first baseman, Torkelson. It lands about 3 rows back up the first base line, so he's not able to do anything. Tatum all the way at first. He'll have to trot back. So we'll do it again now. The starter glove at the waist. He turns his body now, kicks and fires home. Tatum chases it, and that is the 4th straight strikeout in a row from Ladwig. All swinging strikeouts. And here's Rodolfo Duran, 0 for 1 on the day. There's 2 away here in the top of the 4th. And both teams have had some action on the base paths. But it's only 1-1 here as we get into the middle part of this contest. Just 7 innings. Duran takes one outside. It's 1-0. Fouls one back into the netting behind home plate, and it's 1-1. Still lots of people in the ballpark, but that's the beauty about Friday night. The majority of people here don't have anything to do tomorrow, especially with the holiday weekend. Maybe people took off today. Maybe they're taking off on Monday as Duran chases a pitch outside. It's 1-2, so a little bit more wiggle room for everybody as it's currently 10:15. And I would venture to say we're about halfway through this contest. Duran takes a pitch just out of the strike zone. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The score is tied at 1. And the righty deals 2-2. Duran sends it deep to left. I think it's going to go foul. And it does by just a little bit. Can't quite see all the way into that left corner from my seat. But no, nothing's happening, so it's foul. And the count will stay 2-2. I feel like I might need to throw myself out the window if something big happens to catch it. Here's the 2-2 again. This one is right into the field of play in left center. Coming over is Green. He makes the catch on the run. Thought that was going to hang up in the sky for a little less time than it does, but it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Fightins, and they'll take the field in the bottom of the 4th.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Santos does in fact come out for another inning of work here in the bottom of the 4th. A full 4 is his longest start. And he'll face Dylan Dingler to start things off. After getting a quick 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 3rd, he looks to do the same. The score is still tied at 4. And Dingler takes 2 straight balls. The middle part of the lineup for the SeaWolves. Santos kicks and fires home. This one sent up to right field. It's going to hang up in the air. Bonifacio comes in and makes the grab. And there's one away now for Andre Lipsius. Now, Lipsius scored the only run of the game so far for the SeaWolves. In the 2nd, he led off the inning with a double and was eventually plated on the bat of Brady Policelli. And that's been the only run across for the SeaWolves. The Fightins scored their run after Miller walked, and then he was brought home by Daniel Brito's double. And that's been pretty much all the offensive action on either side. 3 hits for each team. Santos deals to Lipsius. It's outside. This one fouled back well behind the stadium. And the stadium kind of sits on like the corner of roads. Fightin's Park is a little bit different because it's like in like, what am I trying to say? It's like its own, you have to drive into the park. Like it's its own parking lot, it's its own, it's still on a road, but it doesn't, this is like on the corner. So the point I'm trying to make is that if you hit the ball out of the park, it's very likely any which way you go that you're going to hit a car. And Lipsius jams this one into center field. Gamboa comes in. He puts his glove down by his ankles and makes the catch. And another quick out here for Santos. He's now retired 6 straight SeaWolves batters for Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter 0 for 1 on the day. This one, a slow chopper up to first, and it's going to roll foul. Stokes picks it up, and he'll throw it into the seats. One strike here to Carpenter. And he does the same thing. This time it stays fair. Stokes picks it up, and he'll run to first, make the out unassisted, and another 1-2-3 inning from Santos keeps this game knotted up at 1 as we head into the 5th.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Santos with back-to-back clean frames, 1-2-3 in the 3rd and the 4th, put the Fightins in a good spot here. They were sat down by Ladwig in the top of the 4th, but they'll try to break up this tie ball game as we get into the back half. It's only a 7-inning contest. And here's the 1-1. It's a called strike. Luke Miller's going to start it off, and he was the one that started off the scoring for the Fightins back in the 3rd. He led off with a walk. He's facing a 1-1 count right now, then back-to-back doubles from Gamboa and Burrito. Scored a run for Reading. Miller sends this one high in the sky. I think it'll be playable. Torkelson coming over. He makes the catch in foul territory. Almost falls on his back doing so, but it'll be out number 1 for Luke Miller, and here's Gamboa. 1 for 1 today with that double. The first offering to Gamboa in the dirt. A couple injury reports to follow up on today. James MacArthur threw his first bullpen. No, not exactly injured, just taking a little bit of a rest few days. So we haven't seen him start in a while. But he did throw a bullpen today. And I'm not sure what the product of that was, but I was told he'll be throwing about 20 pitches, just seeing where he's at after taking a little bit of rest. But Colton Eastman is on the IL right now with a broken finger as Gamboa chases one. The count is 1-2. He's been working with our athletic trainer, Chris Terrian, to stay in shape, basically. It's tough because he can't really grip a baseball. As Gamboa strikes out looking, that'll be 2 away, back to the top of the order with Daniel Brito. So because he can't throw a baseball, they want to make sure that he doesn't lose his stamina, though, and he's not going to start from nothing. So he's still doing cardio, he's still doing weight training, so he'll keep his body in physical shape. But being in throwing shape is a little bit different, and that's kind of why we started all these guys on the piggyback system, is so they have time to build back up. As Brito chases the first pitch he sees, he sends it deep to right field, but it's foul as it lands in the picnic area. And so they need time to build up those innings, build up those pitch counts. And so Eastman was hustling along with that. He was looking really good. And so when he broke his finger on a bunt attempt, they don't want him to set back so much in that. So what they do, they told me, which I found really interesting. Here's the 0-1 now to Brito. He sends this one up the third base line, but it is foul, and that's strike number 2. They actually have him with his thumb and his pointer finger grip a rope, a stretchy rope. The name of that is evading me right now. And he uses a pitching motion, and it kind of like pulls back on him so that he's practicing that motion, and he's still working on the strength of his arm and keeping up, the slot and the release and obviously he can't do his grips or anything like that, but he's still keeping up with his throwing motion and with his arm strength, and so he'll be a good spot when he's ready to come back, which they're not sure when. Here's the 1-2 now to Brito, and this one's going to drop in left field. Coming in, Policelli, he can't make the catch. He kind of fumbles it a little bit, but then he picks it back up. And Brito, a base hit now on first with 2 outs. Reading trying to make something happen here with Bryson Stott. And now we see some fireworks going on in right field. We saw that yesterday way outside of the park, but we'll wait for post-game fireworks here as they'll occur later. Ladwig looking back. This will be his 90th pitch as Stott goes for the bunt attempt but pulls back. It is low, 1-0. And so I can't see the bullpen because it's up the left field line and I just can't see it. But I imagine he's pretty close to his day being done. Runner on first and 2 outs. Here's the offering. Stott connects, but it goes foul, 1-1. I would probably say that this is his last batter, whether he gets the out or not. Brito on first. There's 2 outs. And Stott looking for his first hit of the night. Instead, Ladwig goes over to first, but Brito sliding back in time. Outside, Stott holds off. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Torkelson holding on, Brito at first, everyone else playing straight up. So a nice gap for Stott. If he can pull it. We'll see if he goes for the bunt attempt again, though. Gets a called strike on the outside corner. And he's chatting now with Biarretta behind the plate. Maybe just checking in. Thought it might have been low. And so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. The Fightins have a runner on. And the score has been tied at 1 for a couple innings now. Ladwig, pitch number 94. Stock calls time. He's taken a little bit too much to deliver. Here's the offering Stott, deep to center field green, coming over, and he makes the catch just shy of the warning track. That'll be out number 3. Ladwig will get out of the inning cleanly after allowing a base hit, and it will still be tied at 1 for the bottom of the 5th inning.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Okay, leading off the bottom of the 5th for the SeaWolves, second baseman, John Valetti.
Well, it is Victor Santos who comes out again. If he's able to make an out, that will be his longest outing of the season, and he's going to face off against the bottom part of the SeaWolves lineup with Valenti, Policelli, and Rozoff. And he pitches a strike, and this one rounded up the third base line, but it's foul, so he's got Valenti down 0-2. There is some light action going on in the Fightin's bullpen. Still nobody throwing. So they are going to trust Santos with just 40 pitches right now. Really stellar in his start. Just allowed 3 hits. And on the Fightin side, 1 run on 4 hits. So pretty close game either way, although I would be floored if Ladwig came out for another inning of work. He's sitting at 94 pitches right now. No balls, 2 strikes here from Santos, and this one sent over to Stott. He fields it on the hop, a strong throw to first, and that will be out number 1. And Santos officially his longest outing of work right now, 4 1/3. Here's Policelli now at a single and a RBI. Time is called here. I don't know what's happening. Something's happening up the left field line. Maybe a ball got in the field of play, but we're going to start it again. 1 ball, no strikes. This one's in the dirt. It's 1-1. This one sent up. It's going to come into the stands, and it's 1-2. The little game day score bot is not updating right now, just in case you're wondering. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's 1 away. upstairs, 2-2. Santos pitching to Policelli now. He had a 1-2-3 in the third and the fourth. And he'll strike out Policelli for out number 2 as he's a little bit jammed up that he chased one down and away. And that is the third strikeout of the night for Santos. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. He'll face off against Rosoff, who struck out against him back in the 2nd. The first offering, a called strike. Infield back deep, except for Tatum playing a couple steps in. And Steven taking some steps back out and left. No balls, 1 strike from Santos. This one is sent foul, and he quickly has Rosoff in a tough position. One strike away from another quick 1-2-3 outing of work from the starter. And he has kept the Fightins in this game as they try to score another run to break the tie. Remember, this game is just 7 innings of work, so after 5, 2 more to go. And strike number 3 for Rosoff as he chased a 92 fastball upstairs. It'll be another 1-2-3 inning for Santos as he notches his 4th strikeout of the afternoon and goes a full 5 here. We'll head into the top of the 6th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Well, there's going to be a call to the bullpen for the SeaWolves, which we predicted as Joe Navalon comes in. We saw him on game number 1. He went just a third of an inning of work and got the strikeout they needed to end the game on Tuesday night. Jorge Bonifacio crushes the ball deep to left. This is an absolute no-doubter as he breaks up the tie for the Reading Fightin' Phils. A home run by Bonifacio. The crowd goes dead silent. It is 2-1 Reading Fightin' Phils, his 11th of the season, and that ball just disappeared. I think it landed on the top of the building out and left. No one's getting that one back. And Bonifacio on the first pitch here off of Navalon has broken the tie, and Reading will take the lead late in the game. Here's Madison Stokes now. Stokes takes the first pitch low. 1-0. It's been a solid, lively crowd here for those that are left. Stokes, this one to right, but it's playable by Carpenter, and that's out number 1 for Navalon. Ladwig went 5 innings of work, 4 hits, just 1 run, a walk, and 6 strikeouts on 94 pitches. That's definitely one of the higher pitch counts that I've seen by anybody. And all across the league, the longest the Fightins have had someone in is 88 pitches. And here is Josh Steven now. And the game day is still behind. I don't know who's entering that, but they're about an inning behind. And the same thing on the scoreboard. But nevertheless, I will keep you updated. Steven takes a ball and a strike, and it's 1-1. Nobody warming in the bullpen, so hopefully we'll see Santos back in the bottom of the 6th. 40 pitches. Probably 50, actually, because this thing isn't updating. And Steven chases, so he's 1-2 now with an out, but the Fightins up 2-1. Here's the offering, fouled back into the netting, and he'll stay alive. Steven, 1 for 2 today. Last night he had a 3-hit game. Daniel Brito, the only member right now with a 2-hit game, which is impressive because the Fightins only have 5 total hits. And Steven holds off outside. It is 2-2. Top of the 6th inning here in Erie, out of 7. And a called strike 3 for Josh Steven, and he knew it. Shakes his head as he walks back to the dugout. That's out number 2. Here's McCarthy. Tatum 0 for 2 with 2 swinging strikeouts today. Tatum takes a called strike, and he's down 0-1. Well, it looks like they're catching up on the scoreboard at least. They've got Bonifacio's name up. And Tatum chases one foul. It's 0-2. Daniel Brito came into this game as the only batter above 300. Started at 301. Now he's at 307. But a couple of guys coming up close. Bonifacio, Stokes, even Bryson Stott, and Tatum will send it back where it came from, right up the middle, and he'll have a base hit now with 2 outs, his first of the day. And it will be Rodolfo Duran who follows him. Navalon has been pretty impressive for the SeaWolves. He's typically been their late inning guy, more of a closer or a higher leverage situation. That's why he came in to get the out in the bottom of the 9th. But allowed the tying run to cross a home run from Bonifacio. And a runner on first now for Rodolfo Duran, who's 0 for 2 today. Navalon, the righty, kicks and fires. This one grounded to third, all the way across the diamond. Lipsius, and it's in the dirt, but a nice pick from Torkelson will retire Duran. The 3rd out here in the top of the 6th, but nonetheless, the Fightins take a 2-1 lead off the bat of Bonifacio, and it will be Santos who comes out for another inning of work in the bottom half.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an Art-Filled game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Well, Santos is coming out for another inning of work after getting down 1-2-3 three times in a row. He's actually retired the last 10 batters that he's faced, and I believe 17 of the last 18. And so we'll try to keep it going. He is in the top of the lineup with Riley Green, and Zarbniski is getting warm in the bullpen. This is only a 7-inning contest, so we'll only have 2 more innings to throw. And he gets 1-1 from Green. This is a slow hit. It's going to roll foul as Duran tries to chase it. And Green, hustling through first, is going to have to come back with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Very exciting game right now. A pitcher's duel that Bonifacio broke up when the starter was replaced by the reliever for the SeaWolves back in the top half of this. And so the Fightins lead 2-1 here late in the game. Green 1 for 2 today. And here's the 1-2 pitch. It's upstairs, a good pop-up by Duran. And he throws the ball back to the pitcher pretty quickly. Santos trying to get in a good rhythm. Here's the 2-2, and it's a called strike 3. He gets him on the outside corner. A perfectly placed ball from Santos. That's his 5th strikeout. That's a high for him. And the Fightins throw the ball around the diamond after out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Ryan Kreidler. Santos working quickly now. He's got Kreidler down 0-2. And strike number 3, and that is actually a high. He tied his high 6 strikeouts here as he is 5 2/3 into this game. And Victor Santos looking very impressive in tonight's contest. He's 2 away, and he's got 1 more out to go here. He'll face Torkelson in the bottom of the 6th. Two balls, no strikes here to Torkelson. And this one way inside, 3-0. When the Fightins get back to bat, they'll have Miller, Gamboa, and then back to the top of the order with Brito. Would love an insurance run of sorts. And here's the 3-0 now from Santos in for a called strike. He has actually not walked anybody in today's contest, and he's only allowed 3 hits and 1 earned run. And nobody's actually gotten on base since the second, except that Torkelson will walk down to first, and so that will retire the hitless or the on-base lack of runners for the SeaWolves. 12 straight retired from Santos, and I think that'll be it as Sean Williams comes out. We'll see if they take the ball from him and bring in Zarbniski, and they do a heck of a start for Victor Santos. And a couple of people out there clapping for him, hopefully some Fightin fans here in the park. So we're going to take a short break for Zarbniski to warm up, and then we'll be back.
Better
Penn State
pitching,
helps
faster
St.
base
Joseph's
runners,
67
and more
Club
runs
is the
batted in
original
easily
hospitality
beats the
area
competition.
at First Energy
CJ
Stadium.
high or not a
Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with large see-through netting. Starting at $31, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com or call us at 610-370-FALL to reserve your group outing.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. Selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenheimer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
The Our Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightins baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on ourphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils.
All right, well, we're going to try to get out of this 6th cleanly. There's a runner on first, and Zarbniski has come in to take the ball from Santos. A heck of a start. Line not closed because he does have that walk to Torkelson on the base pass. And here is Dylan Dingler, who takes a ball inside from Zarbniski. This one high in the sky, but it's going to stay inside Gamboa, Bonifacio, and it's Bonifacio who makes the grab, and that will retire the Erie SeaWolves. Just 1 inning to go here at UPMC Park.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Luke Miller coming out in the top of the 7th inning, and this is actually the last inning here in a shortened game because we were rained a delay for 2 hours, and then any game that starts after 9, according to the PDL, is just 7 innings long. The Fightins with the 2-1 lead thanks to Jorge Bonifacio, and honestly to Victor Santos for keeping the Fightins in this game. Miller chases the first pitch he sees, 0-1. Strike number 2. And Navalon comes back in after allowing a run in the 6th. He'll look to shut down the Fightins in the 7th. Of course, Erie, the home team, they'll have the bottom half to bat. And I can only imagine that Zarbniski, who came out to get the final out in the bottom of the 6th, will come in to take the bottom of the 7th. Miller takes a pitch outside. It's 1-2. Then Gamboa and Brito on deck. And he strikes out swinging. That's out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Here's Gamboa, 1 for 2 today. And the final line on Victor Santos, he threw 63 pitches, 5 2/3 inning of work as Gamboa takes a swinging strike. Just 3 hits, 1 run, and 6 strikeouts. That is a high all around for the starter. Here's Navalon coming into Miller, and he fouls this one. If the windows were open, it would be in the broadcast booth. We do have the windows open, actually, but they're not like Redding's windows where you can take them off. You just kind of shove them up. And the people in front of us get a nice foul ball. 0-2. In the dirt, and Gamboa holds off. It's 1-2. This one grounded right to the first baseman, Torkelson. It'll be a race to the base, but Torkelson beats out Gamboa for out number 2 here in the 7th. Here's Daniel Brito as we go back to the top of the order. Another 2-hit day for Brito. Brito chasing another pitch. He's just behind here, 0-2 from Navalon. This one deep to left field. It's going to roll foul and into the stands, and the count remains 0-2. 2 away here in the 7th for Daniel Brito. And the Fightin's just a 1-run lead before Erie comes to bat in the bottom half, and that will close this game out. The Fightins have been very successful with 2 outs, though. So I wouldn't count them out of adding more runs on the board just yet. Brito calls time and steps out. Brito holding off. And with Bonifacio's home run, the team slides into 3rd place in the league with home runs, 67 on the season. They pull away from the Patriots. This one chopped up the middle. It'll be a tough play for Kreidler, but he gets there in time before Brito out number 3. The Fightins are retired in order, and we'll head to the bottom of the 7th for Zarbniski with a 1-run lead.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th, 3rd baseman, Andre Lipsius.
Zarbniski coming out to slam the door shut here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Fightin's just a 1-run lead, and they will take on the middle part of the lineup with Lipsius, Carpenter, and Valent. Now that was the part that scored the run back in the 2nd, so don't count them out just yet. Zarbniski came in the 6th and got the out the team needed as Lipsius sends one high in the sky, but it's going to go into the picnic area. 1-1 count. Fans waiting for post-game fireworks here at the ballpark. And I'm waiting for that handshake line that comes after a Fightin's victory. This one up to Brito, an easy play over to first, and that's out number 1. Reading 2 outs away from tying the series at 2 apiece. Then, of course, Saturday and Sunday's game, both starting at 7:05. Join me on the air then. It'll be a beautiful 2 days, and it'll be a nice change of pace from all the rain out here. No balls, 1 strike now to Carpenter. And this one sent deep to right field, coming over Bonifacio. It hangs up in the air, and he's able to make the catch. A quick out number 2 for Zarbniski. Zarbniski right now. Been very successful for the Fightins after being called up from Jersey Shore. He has 2 saves on the season and 3 wins, which is a team high there. He's looking for his 3rd save, and he might get it here. A diving burrito from his knees over to Stokes, and man, oh man, just a millisecond shy, but a heck of a play from Daniel Brito all the way behind second from his knees, and a great split from Madison Stokes will put Valente on first. He represents the tying run, and the go-ahead run is Policelli. They're going to go with a pinch hitter. It's number 17, Josh Lester, who's had a pretty successful last 2 nights against Reading on the bench for today. And Brad Bergeson is going to come out to have a quick chat with Zarbniski. It's just going to give him quick advice. And coming in is Daniel Brito as well. He's been very helpful, I guess you could say, in these past few mound visits. Quick from Bergie. I guess they know what they're going to do here to try to get Lester out. They've seen him in the past 2 games. And their rally time here at the stadium, not for the Fightins. They're looking to slam the door shut. They're an out away from getting out of this half inning and getting things done. Strike number 1 here to Lester. Runner on first, that's the tying run. Strike number 2. And just an out away here for the Fightin Phils as Zarbniski looks to close out this game, and the Fightins will get their 2nd win up here in Erie. Some fireworks going on outside the park. It's high in the sky. This is playable for Reading. Steven coming in, running in. Is it Tatum? They bang into each other, but Tatum holds on to it, and he gets it. And they're laughing about it because it worked. That was out number 3, but technically Steven's ball. He's coming in for it. But here nor there. The game is over. The Fightins win 2-1, a very intense pitcher's duel. And I thank you all so much for joining me. Really appreciate the support. It is 2-1 Reading as the series is tied at 2. I'll see you tomorrow, 7:00.